We may never see Erik Ten Hag again in his managerial career, inshallah. We prayed for times like this to rhyme like this because after Leverkusen actually sacked Erik Ten Hag after two matches, a bit of a record-breaking news right there because Frank de Boer was sacked after 4 matches of managing Crystal Palace. He was sacked, and then you know Erik Ten Hag said, "I'll do you one better, 2 games, and then you can sack me." And that's exactly what happened. And Erik Ten Hag had came out and said that he felt like he had no trust from Bayern Leverkusen due to them not really listening to his transfers, and they sold all the key players and he kept on rambling about how it wasn't his fault and he's a scapegoat, and how at Man United they gave him trust and he won an FA Cup and a Carabao Cup. Well, Erik Ten Hag, your stint at Man United was absolute trash, man. Yes, you finished 3rd place, but the way you pushed out David De Gea, the way you pushed out Cristiano Ronaldo, that was criminal. And what did you end up responding with? An 8th place finish and treating an FA Cup and Carabao Cup as if they were World Cups. Well, you were at Man United, mate, not Crystal Palace. That was the difference. And you got a lot more backing than any other manager at the time. And you gave them 8th place, mate. So, what was the actual problem with Ten Hag? Leverkusen actually came out and gave a breakdown on why they sacked them. He did not get along with anyone at the club, not even the staff he brought in from Germany. So, he brought his own staff to Germany, and even his own staff was like, mate, this guy's lost the plot. He employed us, but he's lost the plot. He interfered with planning and proposed players from his own agency only. So my man was talking about, oh yeah, we could bring in Onana, maybe Anthony, and the club was like, mate, what? Like, why would we bring them if they didn't work out for you at Man United? Let's get some new blood in here. And he's like, not from any other agency, and that's a problem right there. The players did not understand why they had to do push-ups just as much as ball work. My man is absolutely said, we do not skip gym days, man. We're gonna be doing weights, we're gonna be doing push-ups, and then we'll have ball work. Man's lost the plot. This isn't, weightlifting class, mate. This is actually football. The atmosphere within the club was extremely cold. Yeah, that I can see that. The players had no idea what they were doing during matches. Well, they got 1 point out of those 2 matches. One of those they were up 3-1. Then they were up against 10 men, and they somehow ended up drawing 3-3. So yeah, I see where they're coming from with that. He's now considered the worst coach in their club history. Wu has been saying this since Erik Ten Hag was on the hierarchy of managers. When he was popular after finishing 3rd place, I was saying how bad of a manager he was. I said this since day one. If anybody was a Ten Hag hater, it was me. If Ten Hag had no haters, I wasn't alive then. That's simple as that. And this hate had actual, reasoning to it, because this man was, at Leverkusen, at United, it's out of his depth, man. This guy is a Netherlands league manager only, because out there his agency has players of that quality. They don't have the players of the quality of the Premier League, Bundesliga, Serie A, that kind of league, man. That's genuinely what it is. This man is maybe at the Portuguese league he might be able to get top 4. He's had his success in the Netherlands league. But when it comes to the big boys, man, the big boys, he isn't built for that, man. And to be honest, this is going to be the start of his, end of his career, because you cannot do that poor, and expect to get a big job again. Mate, you're screwed. They screwed you for life. Because to be honest, even if you were like reasoning with Ten Hag, mate, Leverkusen has no Ronaldo, De Gea, none of that. And they still sacked you after 2 matches. For these reasonings, mate, it's over. Hey, McDonald's is calling Ten Hag. It's your choice now.